what's going on. So finally returned. Unfortunately, last week I was super sick from some kind of plague. I have no idea what it was. I don't think it was the infamous thing that will not be named. But I'm feeling much better. I've recovered today, and the last few days have been super hot. For this video I've had to lock my room, so there's no air coming in, so I'm not going to make this video much longer. But yeah, today, a favorite band of mine we're going to listen to. Most people probably know the band Sabaton. It's a very famous heavy metal band. Any other genre, I don't know, apart from heavy metal, maybe power metal slightly, but classic heavy metal band, I would say. Maybe not classic in terms of like Metallica and Iron Maiden and stuff like this, but definitely like classic, heavy, yeah, I don't know what else, war metal, yeah, Sabaton, if you know, you know. But today we're reacting to a fairly new song of theirs, which isn't super new, but it's probably been a couple months. I did listen to it once before. I knew that I liked the song, but I really wanted to listen to it again today, and it's probably a perfect day for some Sabaton anyway. So without further ado, let's get on with the video.
And the battle horn calls, our lives would never be the same. We were looking down the barrel of our gun. Now the war has come and the battle's begun. We are desperate to know the run. To the war drum we'll be marching till it's done. Lead the way, we will follow into the fray. We will hold the line, we will not be led astray. For king and for country, we are flooding the river. Our steadfast will be the end of the race to the sea. The last piece of Belgium's free. We're keeping a sliver, a cog in the war machine. October of 1914. As our foe draws forth, we are moving on north. We will never let them have it all. There's a price for freedom paid by Belgium's sons. They may take our towns, they may conquer our grounds. We'll defend the nation and the crown. We'll uphold our independence with our guns. All the way on to triumph or to judgment day. We will follow and we will not be led astray. For king and for country, we are flooding the river. Our standard answer will be the end of the race to the sea. The last piece of Belgium's free. We're keeping a sliver, a cog in the war machine. October of 1914. See a king and a soldier fighting shoulder to shoulder. See a king and a soldier fighting shoulder to shoulder. He overruled his commanders. He made the last stand defenders. We see a king and a soldier fighting shoulder to shoulder to keep the last piece of Belgium free.
Yeah, man. So for those that don't know, I have been a big Sabaton fan for a long time. I think Sabaton definitely was one of my first early bands that I started to listen to growing up as a teenager. Perhaps around 17, 18. I know it's not so early, but actually, when I first started to listen to metal, I mostly started to listen to metal with orchestral music, so basically symphonic metal, gothic metal. After that, I kind of delved more into black metal, and then after black metal, I think I got a lot more experimental with my music taste actually. So I started listening to death metal, yeah, like classic metal like this, and even more of the old school stuff, like Iron Maiden, Metallica, this kind of stuff. I literally didn't listen to the classic bands until after I listened to black metal, basically. So my appreciation for these bands are actually quite late compared to most people. But yeah, Sabaton's been one of those bands that I started to listen to after black metal period, and yeah, I guess you could say it got me a lot more interested in the topic of like the World War II and stuff, because you learn it in school and you're bored as shit in class, you don't want to listen to anything. And yeah, it was their music that actually made me get more interested in the what happened in the World War. And yeah, obviously, the more older I grew up, the more interest I had in like more old school history and stuff that happened in the past. But it also, Sabaton music, like this track was pretty fire. I'd say it's on par with like Cliffs of Gallipoli and Night Witches. Like these are some of my very favorite songs. Swedish Pagans as well. Like that's a classic song. There's quite a lot of Sabaton songs. Out of War, obviously. There's a lot of Sabaton songs that I like, but this one's definitely up there. Obviously, I have to rate it, so I'm gonna rate it a. No, I want to be very truthful to the ratings now, because I feel like I haven't always been exact on the rating that I want to give. I really want to give 100% of what I'm thinking about the track, and I don't want to give ratings too bad or too easy. I really do want to give ratings in my personal opinion, so I'm going to try to make them, the criteria for what I rate, a bit more precise. Um, but with this track, I would say I really do like it. The chorus with the "We're flooding the river" part is really epic. I like this. Sabaton really has a way of having this kind of like emotional, like rocky moment, like of this kind of emotional, like going through hardship, and it really like lets out this expression. Not more of an emotional way, in a dark way, when it comes to black metal, but obviously in like heavy metal, it's quiet. Some people would say cheesy, but I do like it. I think it's pretty good. This one particular, I did like the riffs. I did like the little solo that he had. The little solo that he had was pretty good. What else did I like? Visuals obviously pretty cool. To be fair, Sabaton visuals, I've never really like. I like black metal visuals. I've never really been a fan of so much of a genre of metal visuals, or like music videos, you can say. But I guess I do like Sabaton too. But like I never really pays too much interest in like death metal music videos. To be fair, it's mostly just black metal that kind of appeals to me. But enough about black metal. Sabaton. Yeah, let me just give it a rating. I want to say, I do want to say 8, and I know it's probably a typical answer, but I do like this track, and it falls in par with a lot of Sabaton songs that I like Swedish Pagans and stuff like this. I wouldn't say it's as good, but it definitely falls within like top 10 Sabaton songs, I would say. Like another one that's fairly recent, a Sabaton song, well, not fairly recent, that definitely came out quite a few years ago. Shiroyama, like a lot of these songs have like catchy riffs, and I think the ones with the catchy riffs and pretty decent heavy guitar, I do generally enjoy. But I am not gonna make this video too long, because literally I am dying inside. It's super hot, probably like for most of you around the world. So yeah, I want to open my window basically, so I'm gonna end this video here, but I will be back making consistent videos. It's just I've been sick and working and stuff like this, but yeah, definitely at least once every week, as long as I'm not sick. So that's it for today. Have a metal day. Oh yeah, and I will be attending a metal festival in Slovenia. If any of you guys are going there, let me know. Maybe we can arrange something. But that's all for now, guys.